At the beginning of the film, we see a car with a lot of water splashing on its windshield because it's raining heavily outside. We also see a girl getting drenched in the rain. The scene then cuts to a man named Patrick who is at home during this time. It's raining heavily here too, but he's sitting inside his home, listening to the radio. We can see that Patrick lives in a camper van. That is, a van in which he makes his living and stays here as if it's his home. Suddenly, someone knocks on his door, and Patrick shouts for whoever is outside to go away because he has no intention of opening the door. That person went back, and Patrick also returned and sat down on his chair. But after a while, someone knocks on the door again. This time, a girl's voice says she needs help, so he should open the door quickly. Hearing this, Patrick went to the door. He opened the door slightly and asked her what she wanted. The girl says it's raining heavily outside and she needs to get to a town ahead, so could he give her a lift to reach there safely? Patrick tells her she's very wet, so she should come inside, and when the girl enters, Patrick is surprised to see her, as if he has seen her somewhere before. Patrick asks her where she was going so late at night. The girl says she just needs to get to the next town. Patrick brings her a towel, but she refuses, saying she doesn't need it and just wants to be dropped off where she wants to go. Patrick tells her that the van has been broken down for a long time and can't run, so he can't take her to town. A bus will leave from here tomorrow morning, and she can go to town on that bus. So, she should spend the night here and leave in the morning. He also mentions that the kids in this town often bother him. They knock on the door and leave. That's why, when you knocked on the door for the first time, I told you to leave because I thought maybe it was a kid who just came to play a prank. He further says that she's very wet, so she should take off her shirt and give it to him so he can hang it near the heater to dry. Saying this, he stands right in front of her and asks her to do it as if he's forcing her, which scares the girl. But still, she gives him her shirt, and Patrick hangs the shirt on the door near the heater so that it can dry. After this, Patrick says to the girl that she doesn't seem to be from around here. So where has she come from? What is her purpose? And where is she going? The girl tells him she was sleeping on the beach by the sea. But because of the rain, I woke up. That's why I came here to ask you for help. Patrick is surprised to hear this because the beach is very far away. And if she ran from the beach to here, she would have had to cover many miles. It was impossible. So he realizes that the girl is lying somewhere. But when he looks at the girl's feet, there is sand from the beach stuck to them. This confuses him about whether the girl is telling the truth or lying. After this, Patrick offers the girl a drink, but she says she doesn't want to drink. She asks for a phone to make a call. Patrick says there's no phone here. Then he takes some coins out of his pocket and places them on the table in front of her, saying there's a phone booth a little ahead where she can make a call. But because it's so late, the phone booth would be closed, so she would have to spend the night here. Then he said, "But I have the key to the phone booth. If she wants, he can go there with her." But the girl refuses and starts to leave. But when she sees there's a strong storm outside, she plans to stay here. She sees many girls' things in Patrick's trolley, which makes her think they might belong to his wife. Then Patrick suggests she take a hot shower so her body can be cleaned, and by then her shirt will be dry. Saying this, he stands in front of her again, as if he's forcing her to do it again. The girl gets scared and unwillingly goes to the bathroom to take a shower. Then we notice something passing over the van because there's a loud noise which scares the girl even more. Patrick is thinking about how the girl got here so late at night. She said she came from the beach, but the beach is very far away. He has seen the girl somewhere, but he can't remember where. The girl also thinks he keeps standing in front of her, which makes her a little scared, and she feels there's definitely something wrong with the man. Now both of them are suspicious of each other. They felt that something was off. When the girl was taking a shower in the bathroom, a lot of blood started coming out of her head. But then she regained consciousness and thought that maybe it was her hallucination, meaning she saw something that was only happening in her mind with no connection to reality. When she came out after showering, she saw Patrick making soup for her. Patrick also gave her a sweater to wear. The girl asked whose sweater it was, and he replied that it belonged to his friend, which the girl immediately put on. Now Patrick asks the girl if she is married. Hearing this, the girl, who is the visitor, says that she can't even take care of herself properly. So how would she take care of a husband? That's the reason I haven't gotten married yet. She keeps moving from one city to another and gets herself into situations that are very difficult to get out of, like how she's stuck here and finding it hard to leave. After this, the girl asks Patrick why he was awake until 2 a.m. Patrick tells her that he has become very lonely, which is why he can't sleep anymore. Then he gives her the soup to drink, but she doesn't drink it because she doesn't trust Patrick at all. Then suddenly there was a knock on the door, which made him quite nervous, and he asked the visitor, "Is this someone you know? Did you call someone?" The visitor tells him that there's no one with her. She is completely alone. Hearing this, Patrick looks outside the door but doesn't see anyone, making him realize that maybe kids are just playing a prank on him. So he quickly locks the door. After this, Patrick sees that instead of drinking the soup, the visitor is throwing it away, and he understands that the girl still doesn't trust him. That's why she's not eating the food he gave her or drinking the soup. So Patrick tells her that she should have eaten the food because he hadn't mixed anything in it. Hearing this, the girl says that she didn't want to do that, but she still did because she still couldn't trust him. Hearing this, Patrick brought a torch because the light there had gone out and told her that if she wanted, she could leave. There's no compulsion on her. To this, the girl says no, she doesn't want to leave, and they should fix the fuse box together so that the light comes back. Now the girl was starting to feel that this man was completely fine, and she was doubting him for no reason. So from now on, she tries to talk to him nicely. Then they both go to fix the fuse. Patrick is ahead, and the girl is standing behind holding the torch. But then the torchlight falls on Patrick's clothes, where there was blood. Along with it, there was a hammer which also had blood on it. Seeing this, she gets quite scared and thinks that maybe he's a killer. But she goes to get medicines to treat the wound on his back. When she saw the medicine box, there were a lot of earrings in one box, one of which was hers. Seeing this, she was shocked and couldn't understand what was happening there. She immediately came out and argued with Patrick about why he stole her earrings. Hearing this, Patrick says that he's seeing her for the first time, so it can't be that he stole her earrings. Not even one of them could be yours. The girl was quite nervous and decided to leave. She says to open the van door so she can go. Patrick says the door is already open. If you want to leave, then go immediately. He says, "You came here yourself asking for help and I helped you. But now you're acting like I'm wrong. Why do people come to me asking for help and then later say I'm wrong? It would be better if you people didn't come to me at all, because if they don't come to me, I won't help anyone either." Now when the girl opened the door, she saw that there was a strong storm outside. So she decides to stay there. She apologizes to Patrick, saying, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have behaved like that with you." Patrick forgave her, and they started playing cards together. He says that he was married, but his wife was an addict. One day, because she took too much, she died. He further said that he first met his wife at a gas station. She also asked for help because she was hungry, so I bought her a packet of chips. And right there, for the first time, we fell in love with each other and got married. Hearing these things, the girl believed him, and this time she drank the drink. Then Patrick hears the sound of a car coming outside, and when he goes out to see whose car it is, the girl quickly goes to his bedroom because she could hear the vibration of a phone from there and thought that maybe there was a phone there. When she went there and pulled back the curtain, She was shocked to see a girl's dead body lying there with a packet of chips in her hand. Seeing this, the girl became quite anxious and she was convinced that Patrick was indeed a killer. This girl must have met him at a gas station where he bought her chip. Then he brought her here under false pretenses and killed her. This is the girl whose story he was just telling, but he was lying that she was my wife. Seeing this, the girl got very scared. She immediately decides to run away from there, but as soon as she turned around, Patrick was standing in front of her, who quickly attacked her and tied her up. He says not to struggle, don't try to fight because it won't help. I killed the girl earlier by giving her drugs. It's a drug that dries up the body's moisture, causing the throat to swell and leading to death due to dehydration. Your death will be the same because I mixed the same drug in your drink, all of it. That's exactly what happened. The girl started feeling strange and her throat swelled, and after a while she also died. But now comes a twist that will surprise you. Yes, it's true that Patrick is a serial killer. The girl was not his wife, but he lured her here by buying her chips and sweet-talking her so he could give her a painful death. Because this was his work and he enjoyed doing it, she was his victim, whom he was calling his wife, and the girl who came to Patrick asking for help, the visitor. This is the same girl we saw at the beginning who was getting drenched in the rain. At that time, Patrick was sitting in the car and he liked this girl and was thinking of making her his prey. That's why he felt like he had seen this girl somewhere before. At that time, Patrick wasn't that old and now he's become old. He has preyed on many girls and ruthlessly took their lives because he got used to giving girls such painful deaths. Even unwillingly, he would kill them, and now he's become old, completely alone. That's why he was calling that girl his wife, because his mental balance had deteriorated a bit, but often he regretted what he had done. And here's an even bigger secret that I'll tell you, which will shock you. So it was that everything we've seen in the story so far was all happening in Patrick's mind. Because his mind had deteriorated so much that he was seeing his victims as he had killed them. Although this had happened a long time ago, all these visions and thoughts kept appearing to Patrick, which were of his various victim girls, whom he had killed from his youth until now, and all these things were making him feel ashamed. Some girls' thoughts would turn into hallucinations. Even the things Patrick never actually did to them, he was seeing those as well. Just because of his poor mental state, he would make up stories, just like he imagined about this girl. When the girl came asking for help, Patrick hit her with a hammer. That's why he saw blood while showering. And all the time with the girl afterward was just Patrick's hallucination, and he would keep the belongings of every girl he killed with him. And now the souls of all those girls come here and force Patrick to drink the same drug, which he drinks without thinking. And now it was his turn to die. He was going to die carrying the guilt of being such a big serial killer. But now it was of no use. His guilt would die with him. And with this, the story of this film ends here.